This week's Parsha is the climax of the story of Joseph and his brothers, in the sense that Joseph is keeping up the act and it's getting dangerous almost. He sees that his brothers want to fight. Judah approaches him and says, "You want to keep Benjamin as a slave? I'm better than Benjamin. I'm smarter. I'm stronger. Keep me instead of him and let him go back to his father." And Joseph says, "No, I want to keep Benjamin." And Judah is getting very upset. And Judah is a warrior. And Joseph sees that Judah is really about to get into battle. He sees that it's a dangerous situation. So this story is not just a physical story, it's a spiritual story. Why? Because Joseph and Judah, Joseph and Yehudah, represent two spiritual directions in the souls of our nation. Judah is Yehudah, his name is coming from thanking, like modeh. That's what his mother Leah, that's why she named him Judah. She said, now I'm going to thank God that I've had a fourth son, because they knew that they were going to have a certain amount of sons, and she had more than even what she was supposed to. So this is the aspect of us which just thanks God and acknowledges God, and even when we don't understand, it's called Kabbalat Ol. And that's why King David HaMelech, comes from Yehuda. King David represents this aspect of nullifying ourselves to God, even in the hardest moments. That's why King David had a very difficult life. From the beginning to the end, he really had a very challenging life, but he always loved God within that. And that's this power that we have inside of ourselves to really give ourselves over to God, even when it's challenging. Yosef, what did Rachel call him Yosef? She said, "May Hashem add another son for me." Yosef represents the spiritual power of adding and growing and growth. So it's kind of different in a sense than Yehuda. Yosef is this idea that we're increasing in spirituality and our spiritual attainments. So there was kind of this argument between them, a spiritual argument of what will the future of our nation be. Is it going to be just this nullification to God, which some people believe that's the most important thing, or is it going to be the growth and the continual attainment of more? So Judah approaches Joseph, the idea is that we have to meet, we need both. You can't just have one or the other. It's good to have both. It's good to have the nullification for when we don't know, and it's good to have the knowing, but within the knowing you need to have the nullification, that it's not just about the knowledge and not just about what I believe. We have to accept certain precepts of Torah, that's just what it is. So this week's Parsha is really giving us the power to combine those two spiritual services into our lives, and we connect to that. And that's why the Parsha, the Haftarah, is also speaking about that idea that Joseph and Judah, Ephraim and Judah, will be one. It's not going to be this split in our nation, which we're currently going through. We have a lot of split and dichotomy in our nation. We want it to be one, where we could join together and appreciate both emphases of what we need to do in spirituality, and see the need of both of them and combine them. Bezrat Hashem, may we all have a Shabbat Shalom. God bless you all.